what's up all you lovely learners out there in learning land? Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with another guitar tutorial like we do every single Monday. Today we're breaking down Island in the Sun by Weezer. A pretty easy song. The only thing tricky is going to be the strum pattern, but we're going to break it down strum for strum. Printable tabs for this tutorial by becoming a Patreon. Links in the notes. Links below as well. Skype lessons one-on-one if interested. Okay, so go ahead and grab your guitar. Brain and attention span, and once you have those three things, follow me on and let's break this tutorial down together. Come on in. Let's do it.
Okay, so this song sounds really good on both the electric and the acoustic, but they're pretty different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you both the electric and the acoustic at the same time. The chords you're going to need are the E minor, A minor, D major, G major, and the C major. Okay? And you can think about this song as the key of G major, maybe E minor. Those are relative majors and minors. I would consider it more of a G major tune because it's bright, but your E minor vocabulary on the pentatonic scale is going to sound great. So why don't we look at the chords on the electric guitar? Okay, so let's take a look at the chords on the electric guitar. We're going to be using the bigger bar shapes. Our E minor is our first chord. Bar that 7th fret with your index finger, and then you're going to play the 9th fret of both the G and the D and the G string, and then you're going to play the 8th fret with the B string. Refer to these shapes down low for a little bit of help if you need some extra help. A minor, you're going to bar the 5th fret, and you're going to play the 7th fret of both the A and the D strings. D major here, 5th fret of the A string, and then the 7th fret of the D, G, and B strings. And then our G major right here, and for the G major what we're doing is we're barring the 3rd fret. This is the same shape as the E minor, just everything up a string, and you're playing the 5th fret of the E, or the A and the D strings, and the 4th fret of the G string, 3rd fret of the B, 3rd fret of the high A. Okay, so those are the chords in the electric. Now we're going to bounce back and we're going to do the tuning, or we're going to do the strum pattern on the acoustic. You can use the timestamps below if you're only interested in playing this on the electric guitar as well, alright? So now we got our acoustic back. We're going to look at the strum pattern. The strum pattern is the trickiest part in the song. You really want to play this one along with the record, and you want to play it a couple times before you even attempt to sing, because there is 4 chords in 2 measures, but 3 of those chords are changing on the offbeat. So you're going to start with your E minor and you're going to go down, down. So far so good, right? Then you're going to switch to the A minor, but it's going to come in on the up. So you're going to go down, down, up. Down, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, 4. On the 4th beat, you're going to mute. So far we have 1, 2, and 3, 4. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. Mute. Down, down, up. Mute. 1, 2, and. Okay, so far so good. We got that A minor. We get down, down, up. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 4th beat, add a mute. Down, down, up, mute. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Okay, and then after that mute, what's nice about the mute is it gives you time to change to the D minor or the D major, and then you're going to come up again on the off beat after the 4. So you get 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Down, down, up, mute, up. Okay? That mute up is going to happen on the offbeat. It's going to go mute up, 1, and you're going to, the 1 you're going to do nothing, 1, and, then you're going to play on the offbeat again, another up, 1, and, 2, and, 3, and, 4, and. Okay, so now we're at that D. You're going to do that upstroke, but then you're going to do another up on the D, so it's going to be like mute up, 4 and 1 and. So up to there really slow, you get down, down, up, mute, up, up. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2. And then after that up, you're gonna switch to a G, and that up is gonna go up, down, up. Okay, I know it's pretty crazy. It's kind of hard to explain. So you get up, 3 and 4 and if you want, you can also mute here on the 4th beat, but it's like up, down, up, and that would be again and 3 and 4 and. Okay, really slow. We're gonna play the whole thing together, and I'm gonna count it out loud. I'm gonna use the down and ups, and then we're gonna count it out loud rhythmically. Learning to count music, I think, is a lot more beneficial than just saying down and up, because you're really having a better understanding of where these things are happening if you're playing with the drums or with these other elements, okay? So you get down, down, up, mute, up, 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 down, up, down, up, mute, up, down, up. Okay, so now let's try to count it. We're gonna get 1, 2 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 4 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so now we've done the down ups, now we've counted it, why don't we just groove with it? It's gonna sound something like this. And that's the strum pattern, all right? You really want to take your time to get that, because that's the bulk of the song. That's what you're going to play over the solo. So you're going to play over the intro. That's what you're going to play over the verse. There's only one other part, okay? So, all right, so we got that principal groove down. Why don't we groove through it and put the lyrics up to the chorus so you can see how this matches with the lyrics. Again, I would play along with this song a good dozen times before you even try to sing it, because the strum pattern is the equivalent of a musical tongue twister. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to learn that other part before we learn this on the electric guitar, because we're going to take a look at the rhythm on the electric guitar as well. Okay, so the other part is the distortion part when the bridge comes in and we're talking about running away together. This is the part where we introduce the C chord, and the rhythm here is just going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It sounds a lot cooler with the distortion, because here the rhythm is much, much, much more basic than the other part that we got going. That's for the groove. This is not for the groove. This is just a little more powerful. So let's take a look at it. Each chord lasts for one measure, and the order of the chords is going to be a D, G, D, G, C, A minor, D, D. And the rhythm is just 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 downs on each chord. So if we play through all those chords together, we get D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, A minor, 2, 3, 4, D, it goes back into the hip part, okay? All right, so let's play that just a little bit quicker, and let's put the lyrics up for that part. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are all the pieces. I'm going to teach the guitar solo now on the electric guitar because I think the sounds better on the electric guitar, but it's not too tricky, so if you wanted to play it along on the acoustic, you could. So let's take a look at that final little cherry on top. All right, so here we are, strum pattern on the electric. This is, I made the joke earlier, but if you skipped like a musical tongue twister in terms of strum patterns, it's kind of tricky. Let me play it for you one time. It sounds like this. Okay, so what we're doing is we're starting off with that E minor, and we're gonna go down, down, 1, 2, and. On the offbeat there, you're gonna do an upstroke on this A. So you get 1, 2, and. Down, down, up. 1, 2, and. Okay? Over that A minor, you're gonna let that ring out for the and. 3, 4 is gonna be a mute. And then after the mute, you're gonna play that D. So that's the first measure, really, really slow. You get 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. Now I counted the third beat, but you're not playing anything on the third beat, okay? I'm just counting that third beat to help us keep the time. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. 4 is that mute. Down, down, up, mute, up. Down, down, up, mute, up. All right, and then we're into the second measure. Second measure, nothing on the first beat, 1, and then you're gonna go up again on the D. So it's like 1 and 2 and. So nothing on the 2 either, and the and, we're gonna be on our G. So we get 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. 3 and 4 and. After that, up on the G, you're gonna go down, up, down, up. So really slow, just the second measure, you get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We put it together, all of it, nice and slow. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, mute, up, 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 mute, up, down, up. I messed the count up on the G, but that was the right thing. Let's try it one more time. Down, down, up, mute, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, down, up, mute, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, down, up, mute, up, 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 down, up, down, up, down, down, up, mute, up, 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 down, up, down, up. Occasionally, you're going to hear me muting on that second beat in the second measure. That helps me keep my time a little bit. If I were to play it with more mutes on the second and fourth beat of the second measure, you're going to get something like this. So that's a little easier to forget those mutes in there. That's cool too. All right? Okay, so for this part, in the acoustic part, we went ahead and we did the full triads, but on the electric, we're just gonna do the power chords. So we're gonna need a D power chord, 5th fret here on the A string, 7 and 7 on the D and the G. G power chord, same shape, starting on the 3rd fret of the E string, 3, 5, 5. C power chord right below it. and the A power chord, which would be right above the D. So those are what we're gonna do. And it's actually just down strums on the quarter tones. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. They have some heavy distortion going on. So we'll take a look at what happens when we put some distortion on. But when you open up the drums and you put the distortion on, the rhythm can be a lot more basic. So that first part over the D is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So after going D, G, D, G, the next part C, A, D, D. And that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So why don't we flip on some distortion and put the lyrics up so you can see how this part fits with the lyrics. One, two, three, four. And then we are back into the hip part. Okay, so now we're going to play the solo. The solo you would play over that same chord progression. Okay, so you're going to play it over that part. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off, really listen to the timing of this. It's pretty basic note-wise, but you're going to want to play along with the song as always. Always play along with the song. That's really how the best way to learn it and master the timing, okay? So you're gonna start off ring finger, 7th fret of the G string, and you're gonna slide from 7 to 9. Okay? Once you get there, you're gonna go back to 9 with your index finger. I'm sorry, back to 7 with your index finger. Then you're gonna go down to the 5th fret, G string again, 4, 5, 4, and it kind of matches the melody. So being able to listen to the melody helps a lot too to get the timing of the song down, because if you're kind of humming it in your head, all right, and then we're going to do something very similar on the D string. We're going to start at 7, slide to 9, 5, 4, 5, 5. So the only difference this time on the D string is instead of going 5, 4, 5, 4, we're going to go 5, 4, 5, 5. So you put those two pieces together and you get... Happens again. And that's that whole guitar solo, all right? Nice and easy and tasty. I taught both the pieces on both of them. I figured, why not teach the solo on the acoustic too? So here we go. It sounds like this. Ring finger, 7th fret of the G string, sliding 7 to 9, and then index finger back to 7. This is this very similar, if not the exact same melody he's singing. So if you can kind of hear him singing it in your head, it's going to help a lot. Down to 5 and 4, and I'm using my index finger. I'm going to go 5, 4, then middle finger on the 5th fret, and then index back to the 4th. So I get... Now we're going to move up to the D string and do something very, very similar. The only difference is the last note. So we slide 7 to 9 again, back to 7 with the index, 5, 4, 5, 5. So instead of going back to that 4th fret this time, you go to the 5th. So you put both those together and you get... you have it, folks. That's a solo on the acoustic.
Cool, everyone. Thank you so much for watching to the very end here at 10thumbspro.com. Again, we appreciate you, and we appreciate you trusting your learning to us. See you next Monday for our next guitar tutorial, Wednesday and Saturday for ukulele, and all kinds of other bonus goodies. Keep on rocking and rolling, keep on loving in life, keep on doing your thing. I appreciate you, and we'll see you next Monday. Skype lessons 101 if interested. Think about becoming a Patreon. All is good. All right, I'm going to take my elevator to this island in the sun. Peace.